the finals of finals, one might say. Simon versus Stoic. Do you know what day of the week the 27th is?
It is
It's
the
Thursday.
Thursday, I think.
So we don't even
Yeah.
get to like end the game on a Saturday. They're just gonna shut it down midweek.
Yeah, and before the month ends, which is a bit sad too.
Oh, they don't even get to have like one last who made S rank this month.
Yeah,
Maybe they'll do one anyway. Who was in S rank when the lights went out?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I guess it's the end of the month, just like one day before. I forget that we're in February.
All right.
And it kind of
loading up.
makes sense to turn off servers on a work day like that isn't a Friday, so that if anything goes wrong in your infrastructure setup, you've got a day to fix
What
it, make
what could
repairs.
possibly go wrong in turning off the servers? They accidentally stay up.
Well, it depends what else they need to do. Like, sorry, I assume you were joking, but
Oh, no.
you're gonna get an answer anyway. They may
I
need
was indeed joking. Yes.
databases together, make sure all the other infrastructure is still up and running. Ensure they haven't turned off too many things, essentially, or migrate data from one place to another.
Mm-hmm.
Servers are like little. Servers are like the biggest divas you've ever met. They're so touchy, and they require constant maintenance
I
because it's really
I,
hard to tell
I am a
exactly what's
software
going on.
engineer. I'm familiar.
So I will stop explaining things to you.
I mean, maybe chat wants to know.
All right, so is this
That's
game
fine.
one?
This is game one. I feel like that was an interesting play because I'm not sure Draco would have gotten 4 damage out of that scroll bandit. So Sibon was basically just saying like, okay, I'm gonna trade off the health now and say like, okay, this scroll bandit was worth 4 HP to kill, but
That's not really.
I'm not sure would have ended up doing 4 damage if it just killed it with the silver guard or something.
It's not really about just life total though, right? Like because it can remove minions or it can pressure face repeatedly. Like Sibon is saying, I'm going to get rid of this now so that I don't have to care about it, and it
Right.
pushes Draco back. It reduces Draco's options.
Yeah.
Sibon now doesn't have to play around Miss Dragon Seal on a backstab unit.
Yeah, it's about much more than just the HP difference.
Yeah, I think that was a good play. Although I think here I might have played the Blood Tier as well and put the 3/5 actually next to the Lantern Fox, rather than allowing Draco to have options.
Well,
Maybe
it wouldn't have been a 3/5 though.
Oh, of course.
Meaning the Lantern Fox could have
That's how I
had
called
more value.
It's literally been like God knows how long since I've cast Silver Guard Knight. Like years. Like the only line or deck I've played in ages is heal, really. Seems kind of nice.
I really like this killing edge on the fox because it effectively becomes de facto card draw. By keeping the fox alive longer, it's going to give Draco more Phoenix Fires to use over the course of the game.
And getting more damage.
Yes.
It's
Yeah, this play can get punished a bit more by Lightbender, but if Sibon doesn't have it, then it's quite good.
Yeah.
Because this Lightbender would be better than the other way around. For sure,
Yeah.
and you would have had like an extra card. But then again, you needed to clear that Silver Guard Knight, so that was an effective way to do it.
I find it interesting that if Sibon wants to buff up the Silver Guard, he basically has to expose himself to a backstab from Scroll Bandit.
He can't reach the Silver Guard this turn.
Oh, yes, I can adjust
Like
the
a whole-
hands chat.
Oh, it is that way. Ignore me. I'm wrong.
Boom. There we go. Hands backwards.
It's like a pretty good Tempest, but you still give a Phoenix Draco.
Yeah. The Tempest is fine.
Like you're essentially Mind Stalker survive.
I do
Just
not like
playing
this
into
roll
face damage.
Draco just needs to draw an 8 gates, and then he's all set.
It's a shame. I don't know if the Mage Horn is in Sibon's deck this time again, but it would be quite useful here if he can draw it.
I think I disagree with that roar. Actually, I think saving it for the Tigris
players?
next turn is better.
Even though the Tigris isn't going to be attacking next turn, he just wants to. You just think it should
Uh,
be worth
Oh, wow.
to buff.
Replacing the
You can either
Herald.
make a 4/6 or roar the cat.
I'm kind of surprised he didn't play
I'm-
the Tigris first and then.
I'm
walk
I'm
in.
very surprised he replaced the Herald. He could have like played both Herald plus could he have played no, okay. He couldn't play Herald that turn.
He got really lucky on that Tiger
That's so
spawn.
greedy. What the hell?
Yeah,
He
that
got-
was.
he got 50-50 rather than just
sure there's a way-
playing a bit more into like Thunderball
Must-
maybe, and ensuring because he could definitely play the Blood Tier right behind the little Tigers, right? But I guess Sibon knows he's good, so he's gonna get it.
Yeah.
Just like he knew he was gonna draw Oath.
This is rough for Draco. He's got 1 card in hand. He's going to end this turn with 2 cards in hand, and it's not like the Primus Fist is particularly helpful here.
Yeah, and the Trinity Oath is quite likely to lock up the game. This is quite interesting considering that a couple turns ago Sibon looked very much in trouble.
Yeah.
But Draco
Yeah.
hasn't done anything since, just like blown up 2 drops and
To be
Yeah.
fair,
sorry for
Sibon got
Those-
saved by a 50-50, so.
Those Phoenix Firers all had to not go face, which means that like now that you don't have any board or any cards in hand, but the Arjon is still like super healthy, which is
yeah, that really reduces your ability to. That's
okay.
nice.
We do see the Mage Horn actually now.
Yep, that's going to be good.
That's probably gonna get played next turn. I assume. I mean, you do need to answer this Heartseeker probably.
Yeah, but that's done. Sibon with no minions left.
And here comes the Mage Swarm to ruin his day.
Possibly.
Either that or Epherian's Claim, because I feel like if Epherian's Claim drops, then like so you have no board, you have no minions in hand, you have no hope of winning. Yeah.
Yeah. Plus, Sibon gets to stand on a healing tile, which is pretty good. It's pretty valuable.
I'm kind of wondering why we can't see Draco's hand right now.
Yeah.
Oh well, desync. Now we get to live with a little surprise.
It's all good.
Lantern Fox. Okay, so now it's coming out of nowhere. You can just Epherian's Claim that too. You could even Epherian's Claim Draining Wave and still be way up.
The Draining Wave of the Fox plus Mage Swarm that would have just been such a.
That'd be so BM.
Yeah. It's perfect. Like, get rid of the threat.
That's a flex, man. That's a flex and a half.
I guess.
I think
But
yeah, I think this is what he wants to do. Just drop the Mage Horn. You never claim a single Lantern Fox here, because with the Mage Horn down, well, the Lantern Fox is pretty useless.
Yep.
And
Kind of feel like he's flexing a little bit either way.
yeah.
If by some miracle Draco had no BS, that would be his only out. But I don't know that he does. I don't even
This
know that he
seems
runs
like
it.
super aggressive, so I doubt he does.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I very rarely leave home without Onyx Bear Seal and Songhai.
Yeah, there's a Flame Blood. Yeah, this just seems like pure aggro, so
Right.
Yeah. There it is.
Drops the concede, and we move on to game 2. Sibon taking the first victory. Who can stop this man? Someone save us from the tyranny of Sibon. This hurts. Oh wait, quests. Daily quests. How nice. Alright. And moving on to game 2, which looks to be Vanar versus Linar.
Announce the factions like that. I get the actual like the in-game announcer in my head. Lionel versus Vanar. Like
Vanar.
Vanar. My throat is slightly too hoarse to do it properly, which
Yes,
makes me sad.
I would certainly need to increase the epicness of my baritone to get there. But
Also, my partner is asleep upstairs, and I don't want to be an asshole.
I think now that you've said that, you have to do it.
Just kick down the door and like, hey.
Versus Vanar as you suplex her. Are the hands? Nope, the hands are backwards again. Hang on. Stand by. There we go. Alright. No turn 1 from Sibon. What is this? This heresy. I don't think we've seen a lack of turn 1 this much in a while.
That does not seem like a dev cheat to just skip turn 1 purposefully.
This Sentinel is kind of interesting.
You could double draining wave it, even if it is the spell sentinel.
Yeah, I don't think
like
you want to take 8 and not have any just to clear a because you can't play anything else. Like you could play Herald on tile. I guess you could draining wave first to see if it's the spell one, then play Herald on tile. But like I don't know. I don't think you want to take 8 damage just to clear it.
If it's the Basilisk, you could finish it off with Blood to Alchemist, so that's all fine.
2/3/3 is immediately off the start. That Draco's got the value engine running quickly.
I mean, one of them is a wall, but
yeah, but that prevented him from getting the Southern Mana tile.
Yeah, that's true. I
That's a pretty good answer here, but
Blood Tear. Ooh, that's a miss sequence.
No, he's gonna Blood Tear it. No, he's choosing not to. He's choosing to give Draco another wall, which is interesting. I thought he would have like both Blood Tear and Silverguard quite defensively, just out of reach of Fae.
He doesn't have the mana to do that.
But I guess he doesn't want to take 5 damage face either.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. That seems unnecessary.
Yeah, that didn't seem like a huge boon. I feel like it might have been more effective to just like move the wall and get a punch out of it.
Yeah, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Or just not with anything, really. Just playing the Cryptographer would be fine.
Yeah, I mean, at least he did get a little Bloodborne spell value, so I can't like, fully criticize. He did something with it. Sibon doesn't need HP.
I mean, he does have like 9 points of healing in the sand.
True.
I like this as a herald positioning because it means the wall will not be next to him.
I love the Saberspine alphas. I can't wait to see what they do. Looks like there's a bit of a desync as usual, but
Yeah, they play at different times. It's really annoying. Different speeds, rather.
Yeah, I mean both are in real time. Both are at 1.0.
Yeah, well, the
Yeah.
browser runs slower. That's why.
Oh, does it? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Huh, good to know.
And on my machine, it keeps running ahead as well. Like my separate spectator is kind of consistently in front.
Hmm. Do you have real time off? Because that would do it.
Oh no, just my computer is not busy doing a million other things.
Gotcha.
So we see more healing from Sibon. Um,
I like it.
yeah, I think you just like bide your time and play your healing mistake. And Silver Guard Knight cleared that. He's not clearing that wall. He's going face. Wow. All right. He's just trying to. He's saying like, yeah, you don't have Winter's Wake or anything to take advantage of those walls.
I mean, and I think that's a reasonable bet considering what we've seen out of Draco so far. This seems to just be aggro, aggro, aggro.
Yeah. I mean, one of Winter's Wake could still be a possibility, and Heart Sister is also still a possibility. Although Heart Sister will allow the second blazing spine to connect, so
I don't even
Yeah.
think Draco expected to have walls at this point in the game. Like, you know?
But they're also not. They're not particularly relevant. Like, there's plenty of other stuff you can do with the Hearth Sister, like what just happened, and the walls are like, the nearby one is in the way, but they're not really going to do very much
Right.
if just avoids them a bit. So I think going face with the 4-1 is certainly that's certainly what I would do, because you have to win the game at some point, and you can win the game by ignoring an irrelevant wall, but you are going to have to kill your opponent before you die to a bird.
Right. Sibon, it
That's that.
seems, is having a little bit of trouble dealing with the board presence because there wasn't much in hand that was like prepared to tackle this stuff. He needed like an Epherian's claim last turn, or this turn, I should say.
Play would be good. Here's some good draws.
Yeah, the Sentinel can clear off some stuff.
Do you have to? Are you obliged to Draining Wave here? Because what you could do is punch the Hearth Sister, Draining Wave the Spelljam, and play Azurite Lion. You get to 11. Not amazing. Warbird's on cooldown, so your Azurite Lion can be next to you and not immediately die. You got a 6 off the artifact, then you can kill the artifact next to him with Lion or Blood Tear. But then what? No more healing in hand. No, I don't think you can afford to Draining Wave here. Yeah, this seems like the right play.
Interesting that he was pretty limited in where he could play stuff. I wonder if Draco had a way of. Oh, I mean, he can play Bloodborne spell.
Like where it's placed is doing some work. I find myself wondering if I think it would have been better if when he played the 2 Azure Heralds, he just left. He played the first one and then played the other one like sideways next to it or something instead of behind, because this way the wall will be further away and he'd have more options at this point.
Draco is pulling any bit of DPS he can out of his hand. He's really saving that Saberspine Alpha for his win con.
Yeah, I think that makes sense.
I think for the most part, Sibon's used all of the healing that he's going to. Like he already played a Trinity Oath. He's already played 2 Azure Heralds.
Yeah, and a Healing Mystic. So there's not that much left in the deck at this point. Oh god, this is so much damage.
Yeah, Draco's really just trying to cross the finish line.
Didn't attack though. Weird.
He already attacked with the Spelljammer.
Oh my bad.
Yeah, I don't know if it was a misordering thing or he just wanted to play the Primus Fist to box him in. That was more important than getting the extra 2 damage.
Yeah.
Is anyone thinking about Spectral Revenant right now?
Not in this game. Why?
Because it just used to be the old 7 mana rush minion. That was annoying.
Oh god, yeah. It did used to go 7, didn't it?
It was like a 7 mana 7/7, right?
I think when it was in beta, it was like a 7 mana 7/7, but later on, it was a 6/6.
Yeah, now it's an 8 mana 6/6, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, this Maidsorn isn't gonna help you now, man. It's not. It wasn't the thing that was gonna end
It's
the
not.
game.
It's pretty good, but it does die
I mean,
pretty
he's
easily.
dead. He's still dead on board though, right?
Yeah.
Primus Fist just clears a blood tier. Spelljammer goes face,
Yep.
and Faye goes face. He's choosing
Oh yeah.
to get lethal.
Oh yeah. Right.
He's
Draco Miss Lethal.
choosing to get lethal with Alpha, I guess. But
Maybe
now you're
he's just
revealing
gonna play Concealing Shroud for BM.
he actually. Oh, he's no. He's getting lethal, but with now you're showing.
No, actually, I think he doesn't want to show him that he has the Saberspine Alphas.
No, but now you're showing also Loremaster, which is essentially also saying you have concealing shroud.
That's true. So he had to reveal one, but if he can keep Sibon from playing around Saberspine Alpha, that is going to be helpful in the future. But we'll find out if that's going to be useful after a short break. Oops.
I mean, now you definitely tech in like all your You probably want to because balls, but
Alright, so they tech and dispel. What does he tech out, and is that going to be helpful for Draco?
this fair. I don't know what his next deck is. He's probably not going to bring Mave into this, so it's probably going to be Xerix, I would assume.
Well,
Yeah, that makes sense.
find out in
I'd
a
agree
very
with that.
short moment.
Seems pretty dangerous. I think I know he plays Ephemeral Shrouds in his Mave list, but I don't think that's necessarily your best option. Yeah, he's bringing Xerix
Awesome.
with Lightbenders. Yeah, that makes more sense.
I respect that. Xerix is a good choice here. And Simon's actually done very well with it so far, so I'm excited to see how this goes down. And it looks like we are ready to go. And here we go. And I have to swap the hands. Again, I didn't have to do this so much. And then all of a sudden I have to do it like every single time.
You need Sibon's dev cheats.
Yeah, 7. Come on. Pass around your dev cheats. You're not using them anymore. Alright. Starting off with the classic 2-drop fight. I am interested to see if Glacial Fissure comes in here. Because that is always a an out-of-nowhere spell.
We might see it on turn 2, but like the Sibon's hands looks pretty good, right? So if you decide to Glacial Fissure on turn 3, sorry, you're gonna lose a lot of tempo.
Mm-hmm.
I think.
Yeah. Depends on how much you get with it. If Sibon is in any way aware of it wouldn't be very-
Sibon's gonna play around Warbird already, so
yes.
he's not gonna play hard into Glacial Fissure. He's just gonna move his general after he decides to do that.
Funny thing about Glacial Fissure, I've been Glacial Fissured like on turn 2, dealing 8 damage to my face several times, and I've never lost the game after that happened.
Well, it's a huge tempo loss for 8 damage. It's not very.
Yeah. Exactly.
Wow. All right, Draco is definitely baiting Sibon to walk into the center there.
I wonder if it could be any more obvious if he was shouting it out.
Yeah.
This is Simon saying, "Okay, your Glacier Fissure can kill a 2-drop that I spent 1 mana on."
Yeah, I feel like Draco shouldn't have baited it and try to do it later on in the game when it's more useful, because chances are like the Celebrant's gonna take the either way probably, so he's not gonna play into War, so he's probably not gonna do it, even if he doesn't think about Glacial Fissure.
Simon's message in chat is actually hysterical.
Well, actually, I agree with Sibon. From seeing the deck that Draco was playing stuff like, I mean, he was playing Elfswin, so you think about it, but the Sentinels aren't like hyper aggro usually, so.
I feel like it's a certain level of BM to say, "Oh, I didn't think you were setting something up. I thought you were just playing wrong."
No, I think Sibon is saying that moving into the center would have been wrong positioning for him.
No, I've definitely had that experience before from both sides. Like sometimes I think my opponent is doing something really weird and clever, and it turns out they just misclicked or made a mistake. And I think they're like, man, what are they doing? That's like such a messy play. And then it turns out they were trying to set me up for something that I never thought about. Definitely happens quite a lot.
I mean, at the end of the day, he cleared 2 minions, which is about the value you can expect for someone like Simon. Like, yeah, I mean, I'll take what I can get at that point.
Yeah.
Let's see, next turn I'm expecting him to go for the owl. Actually, never mind, because he played his Bloodborne spell. I would have expected him to save that for the owl next turn.
As well, yeah. I'm surprised that he played it there. Yeah, I like this line.
What, more 2-drops, ban?
Uh,
Oh, here's
I
the
love
Asp
the deck.
again.
A lot of the decks people seem to be playing are like aggro decks with like one or two weird cards in. Like Pert's playing things like Mesmerize, Draco's White Asp and Sentinels.
I do really like the White Asp,
Um,
because Simon doesn't have a lot of ways of clearing it off without just giving him a wall. Like, I mean, he happens to
yeah,
have 2 ways right now, be it Blood Tier and Second Wish, but I would say usually that's the exception, not the rule.
yeah, I'd agree with that.
I believe we
Yeah, White
saw
Asp's a really
Draco
good
playing Avalanche. Is that correct?
No, that was Pert's, I think.
Okay, okay. Yeah, because if he were, Simon is not
That would be brutal. Yeah.
he's not crossing that line.
I feel like if you're playing Avalanche, you also want to be playing a bit of um infiltrate stuff to try to, force them into it, not just say, "Oh, did you go there?" No, okay.
Seems like a reasonable turn from Draco there. On the front foot, nevertheless. Is the Lightbender enough? We have 9, 10, 11, 12.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, I think.
Yeah, 12.
Oh, and first wish is 13.
Oh, that's including the first wish. It's
Oh,
12.
yeah. Draco cleared the blood tier. My bad.
I really like the Lightbender here actually because it kills the wall as well.
Yeah, I do too. Even with the off by 1, Simon goes down to 10, and I don't like that position for Draco. Like, I think Simon's probably locked this up just by virtue of value, like how much value he has right now.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate because you can almost go face. You can't go face with Poop Dervish first to dispel 3 walls because you're going to dispel your.
Elected to not go face. Interesting.
Well, he's keeping Lightbender for lethal, which is smart. Yeah.
It's a shame he didn't have lethal last turn. That was really close.
Yeah, I think it does make sense to like, because you'd end up with.
But yeah, if you go now, if you do it now, then Draco can possibly just Shroud again, Elswin, and just survive off of that. And if Draco wants to Shroud now, then he's probably ignoring your board, right?
Yeah. I have a lot of cards though.
Yeah, alas, there is no Shroud, and I think Simon can take pretty strong advantage of that.
Did he copy the Vitruvian Bloodborne spell?
I don't know. I guess. Yeah.
I don't know why, but okay.
It's actually pretty funny.
Draws
It's
apart again.
it's quite funny, but I don't know why he did that.
I'm surprised he didn't move the uh Jesus Christ names, man. The 3/3.
Celebrant.
Yeah. Is it? Yeah, Celebrant.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
Celebrant.
I'm surprised he didn't move the Celebrant away further.
Yeah.
I mean, Celebrant is 3 damage, Spelljammer is 4 damage.
Yeah, this is a good point.
You're never gonna win back the second wish value itself. Didn't matter that much, I think. You're just trying to survive.
Right. Okay, well,
And-
Sibon takes game 3, now putting the record to 2 wins to Sibon to 1 win to Draco. So, Sibon has the potential to clinch it now. He can close out the series.
What's the score now? I didn't hear.
2-1 for Sibon.
For Sibin? Oh, interesting.
Sibon.
I've always said Sibin. Maybe
Okay.
you can answer in the chat.
I just imagine it's like Sibon says.
Maybe that should be his name.
Sibon says? Oh, yeah. It's a great.
It's better than whatever you had earlier. That I already forgot.
Alright, game 4 loading right now. This is Vitruvian versus Brome. Draco is pulling out the tank. Do you know traditionally how Brome fares versus Vitruvian?
Depends what kind of bro it is.
Well, this is Wizard Brome, I think,
Is it?
from
Alright.
the Claim and Lucian Beam and the Legion.
Genuine question. Does
So-
Wizard Chrome beat anything?
Oh, it beats a lot of stuff. It stomps on aggro. It just stomps on aggro super hard. And then it beats a lot of stuff that's not control.
You know, that's an interesting question for a
honest.
deck that's in the grand finals of this tournament. Does this deck ever win?
I mean, it's a genuine question. I've never really, like, whenever I play against it, I just put some largish minions on the board and they're like, oh, okay.
People have been playing
Like-
a lot of Wizard Brome in the DWC tournament,
I don't think.
Duelyst World Cup, and the Team Wars. I don't think it's not like amazing on its own, right? It has a few great matchups, but a lot that it can just lose. So it's sort of a nice tech deck in a sense.
Yeah, that
So
makes
when
sense.
you have when you have a multiple deck format, it shines a bit more, I think, than like a solo deck format like a Meltdown League.
Yeah. I think overall, like just on the ladder, Titan Brome's a little more popular, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
And-
There are decks it just beats, which is like, mainly just stomps on aggro through tons of healing. So if you're playing a multi-deck format and you face an aggro deck and then you just bring that in, get your win.
This is a bold strategy though, because if DracoMoriarty is using a one-off specialty deck to handle Sibon's Vitruvian, then Sibon can clap back next game if he loses with the same strategy of, you have a very specialized deck, so I just need something a little more general.
Yeah, well, this is Draco's last deck, right? So
Right, so he's a little out of options.
Yeah, and same with Simon, it'll be his last deck as well, I think. Yeah, it would, possibly.
Assuming we get to the next game.
yeah.
Yeah. Ooh.
But yeah, and I think that the Wizard was especially better in the best of 3, right? Because you don't have to play it, so you can keep it in the back, or you can bring it in when need. But
Yeah.
I like the ordering. He takes the same amount of damage, just one fewer artifact chips.
Yeah, that's clever.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely lower on HP than Simon, but he is
yeah, he's also
way
got
more
the
established.
thing that prevents damage on him. So
Right.
He's not that much lower on HP, to be honest.
Just 3-for-1, which is pretty important.
You know, if Simon wanted to just go out, he can clear off the artifact. He'd have to Blood of Air for it. Oh wait, no, he couldn't, because he would need Blood Tier as well.
Sibon didn't show the Lightbenders, right, in the other game?
I don't believe so, no.
And that's why we see actually called in Draco's hand. So he didn't get to see it because Sibon was one off lethal that one turn.
Mm-hmm.
And now he brought Call to Arms in, so I don't know if he's gonna get punished for that by playing Call to Arms and getting it Lightbender. Stay tuned, I guess.
I mean, there is a Lightbender there, and he can call to arms right now.
Oh, he just drew it. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think he oaths for sure now because you're not losing too much tempo against this board by doing it.
Jeez, DracoMoriarty, he's playing like a health nut.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's Wizard Brome. Just heal, and more.
Mm-hmm.
Did I mention heal? Yeah.
I think we're seeing a glitch with the hand because according to Simon's game, Draco has 6 cards in hand, but we're only seeing 2.
Oh, right.
So I think
I'm glad
there's
you
a
said that.
bit of
I
a
was
bug.
literally about to point out how Draco was running out of resources trying to answer the board. Second Wish is pretty nice. Oh god, double Second Wish. Oh god. Guardian's Claim.
Yeah, I feel like I think the Lightbender was better than the Repulsor Beast. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Because we could see something like well, we see Scintilla here. I was gonna say maybe Sunforged Lancer or what's that? Blue Conjurer, and I think those would be better answers to those cards than Repulsor Beast, because Draco mostly wants their value and not their body, obviously, with his deck. So
that's a good point.
Ooh, nice Sunstrike.
You can actually kill the thing. There we go.
Yeah, it was a nice board clear. He had to use some HP as resources, but I think overall that was a really effective
really
response.
yeah.
Ish. Like it's sort of.
I mean, this is what Wizard Brome does, right? You sort of force your opponent to spend his resources, which Sibon sort of did. Dumped a bit of cards there, and then you just sort of clear and heal back, and just stall out.
Poncho, someone is interested in seeing Draco's list at some point in the future if you've got them on you.
Yeah, I think they posted them on Discord actually.
Replacing that.
Here's Call to Arms. Yeah, so the Lightbender's already gone. This is gonna be interesting.
Can always draw it again.
yeah, sure, no problem. So we have the Blood of Air, which will deal with this for now.
Yeah. We're getting a little close to lethal though, like the.
Yeah, I wonder if instead of the Blood of Air, it would have been better to like double double Bone Swarm, Second Wish, Punch, because that would deal 8.
What is this, right? This deals 8 as well.
Yes, sorry, you're right.
And you keep some burst in your hand.
Yeah.
So did he Call to Arms? Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So we may see a Scintilla Bloodborne spell, and that'll keep him alive for a bit, as well as establish a 4/5 and a 3/4 on board, which is pretty good. Actually, I'm sorry, not just a 3/4, it's a 6/7?
Yeah. Which doesn't die to Bone Swarm.
Right.
Yeah.
He has to ammo though, but he can. Oh, what?
Does he have?
Oh, I guess he's body blocking with Scintilla. Okay, I thought he was gonna sort of play it defensively because he really wants to heal.
So close.
I mean, he still does get a bit of a heal off that with Scintilla. Scintilla's a great card.
Yeah, I know, but I thought he would have.
Oh, Sunstrike?
It's pretty good here. Still a mana tile. That's hilarious. Like,
Oh man, this is so close. Can he get it there?
Oh my.
Off by one! Holy shit!
Yeah.
And the Iron Shroud. So Draco actually has 3 cards in hand.
There's no way for you to get like 4 damage next turn, right? I guess Blood of Air, actually.
Yeah, I
Oh
mean,
my.
he still has the Scintilla.
Oh my, there it is though. There's the Blood of
Sunstrike.
The Sunstrike's gonna heal him enough
Yeah, this
to
is huge.
to win this. But if without more healing, the Blood of Air could have been
Oh my god, the Trinity of... Dude, Draco is clinging to life here. This is incredible. Heals for 6 with the double Scintilla. Oh my god. And Simon concedes it. Holy crap, down to 1. Draco pulls that out by the skin of his teeth. Putting our match win rate to 2-2, and it comes down to the final game of the final set of the final match in the final tournament of Duelyst history. And it comes down to a guy who freaking worked for Duelyst. You think he's trying to keep it in-house? Alright. Game 5. Here we go. This is all of the marbles. Possibly the most important game of Duelyst that was ever played.
this is the end game of Duelyst.
Yes, end game is an apt phrase for this.
We'll crown whoever wins this match champion of Duelyst forevermore.
You know what? That's an appropriate title, I think.
So this is an aggro deck from Sibon, right? Aggro Mave.
Aggro Mave. That's
To Wizard Bro. So
fitting
it's
way
not
around it.
a tremendous matchup. I mean, something like Shaman can do a lot of work, right?
Mm-hmm.
But
I also think that Mave will have a lot of out-of-hand damage with in the form of Desolator. So we'll see if they can get through Draco's defenses. I'm excited to watch this one.
Desolator shouldn't be able to outpace Draco's healing, right?
Yeah, I wonder if Call to Arms will get played as well, because Call to Arms was really the MVP last game.
So I think the reason that Draco ended up winning last game was because Sibon had that turn where he didn't do anything. He just played a Repulsor Beast for November past with like 7 mana, and that basically meant Draco had 2 turns in a row, which then allowed him to set up Call to Arms.
Right.
Without that missed turn, I think Sibon wins fairly easily. In this deck, he's got a stream of 4/4s, not 2/2s. I think that's going to be much more significant, and Desolator gives you gas forever, as well as being actual burst. So I think it's going to be much harder for Draco to kind of grind Sibon out of this game, because he's going to be under constant, like more consistent pressure, and Sibon is less likely to have those kind of non-turns. Plus, this hand is actually perfect for. You look at Sibon's hand; it's like exactly what you want for beating Wizard Rome.
Well, on that note, let me start the game and switch over the scene so chat can watch the final game in competitive Duelyst history. This is quite a moment.
Classic turn 1 Wizard Rome pass.
Yeah.
I want this game to be like a game that encompasses all of Duelyst, because it really is like there is a sense of finality to it. Which is to say, I bet there's going to be a lot of bullshit.
I feel like if you wanted to encompass all of Duelyst, you would at least need like all of the busted cards from the past. Like, we've got Holy Immolation, but like, we need like
bring back 3/3 Tuskbore and Mana Vortex that draws at the end of turn.
Yeah. Lantern Fox.
0 mana 0 mana Innofocus.
Well, Saberspine Tiger.
Oh my, value traits.
Oh yeah, the 4/1 Saberspine Tiger.
Yeah.
Those were the days.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Sibin wanted to tank the hit with his face there. The two did.
Yeah, he made a
Mistake.
slight,
Okay.
massive mistake. Well put.
Slight massive mistake.
The classic Azurhorn Shaman value engine.
Or at least if he was going to
Oh yeah, nice. That's really good.
oh no, he had crypto.
This is the
Yeah, well
best
imagine
2 mana
imagine if he
spend.
had a 4/6 Blaze Hound on top of this. So.
Yeah, yeah. Is Draco running martyrdom?
I
Because
don't
like,
know.
This is a good question.
I don't know how he kills this.
Tanks 2 of 7 mana, plays Ephirion.
Pretty much. Like,
I mean,
Yeah,
if
but
he can't clear with that Tempest, what was the purpose of playing it? Just to get it out of hand? He didn't heal at all.
yeah, I guess
he
so.
does he doesn't have an oath, so using
Yeah.
a bunch of cards isn't too damaging.
Mm-hmm. I
So,
Setting
mean,
up
based on what
formation.
is in hand, it looks like he's gonna be fine to tank to 7 mana, considering next is 5 and he can Sun Drop and Trinity Oath.
Oh my god. Look at this.
Oh my God, this
I think
Malice is huge.
I have a bad impression of Wizard Bro because I basically only play decks that do this. I just
Question.
want to cast Dancing Blades all day.
Yeah.
And they can't
Question: where did Maeve get an Ironcliff from?
say again.
Where did Maeve get an Ironcliff? Because that was a 410.
Pandora.
Oh, this Sunbloom is huge. That'll do it.
It's a very good Sunbloom. That was
Ooh,
2 mana, like 12 damage. That's
yeah.
pretty good.
Thank you very much. All right, so Draco is still very much in this fight. I'm not concerned about him at all yet.
he's choosing to
He's,
dispel the cryptographer, which is interesting. I guess he's planning on claiming
'cause it actually dies.
us.
Yeah, put him in the center of the board, right?
Yeah, also.
This is an interesting choice to go face with the Lucent Beam there because it's not like working towards a goal of lethal. Like he doesn't have a clear line between what he has in hand and lethal, and it may be more beneficial to clear the board with it. I don't know.
I think I agree with that.
Well, he does like Wizard Brom typically doesn't have a clear line between like the two lethal either way.
Right, I think he probably just should have held
Right,
it
he's
till it was.
just sort of trying to out heal and slowly burn down Maeve.
I agree. I think preserving it might have been good. But then again, I think one of you said earlier about Trinity Oath. I think that's a strong argument. Oh, drawn the Regalia. That's good. Is Draco's hand bugged again? Is it actually 2 cards or is it more than 2 cards?
It says 4 on the top of the screen.
Yeah, yeah, it's bugged again.
Oh, thanks.
And if that isn't classic Duelyst, I don't know what is. Alright, Ephirion's claim is ready to go here, but if if Sibon gets too much damage in, then it's not even gonna matter if he gets an Ephirion's claim off. So so
Yeah.
right now he has 4 cards in hand. If he Ephirions and even if he stands on a tile, right, he goes up to 9, but then the double Dark Seed will clear him off, because that's the only thing he'll play that turn. He'll still be at 4 cards in hand. So, unless he comes up with something a little more effective than strictly just Ephirions here, I think Sibon's going to close this one out.
Yeah, seems like it.
Alright, so he's going for Trinity.
I think you oath here. You wouldn't claim a 4/2 and a 2.
Even the 9 mana, though, doesn't seem like enough. Tempest is okay.
Bit of a miss sequence there.
But Sibon can
I
still
believe.
close this out with the double Dark Seed. Conscript.
Yeah.
And we were already seeing Sibon play it in the game close. Alright, that will conclude Duelyst. Not
Well,
just the tournament, but Duelyst.
just to say, I seeded Sibon number one. So,
Well, you
as
seeded him
always,
appropriately.
I'm always right. So
Sibon was the absolute juggernaut of this tournament. He didn't lose a single matchup. Not in the Swiss, not in the tournament, obviously, but my goodness, Sibon took everyone to Pound Town.
Yeah.
And I can't think of a more appropriate conclusion to Duelist and Duelist's competitive scene. So thank you so much for setting this up, Poncho. Your service to the community is without equal. So it matters very much to everybody that you're putting this on for everybody and continuing the life and breath of Duelist, because this game's incredible and it deserves better, and we owe
it
you a lot
is.
for that.
It is very much so my pleasure, though. I really like doing this and just having it keep going on as long as it could ever go on. So
hmm That being said, I hear there
Yeah,
is
thank-
a Duelist 2 project in the works to continue the spirit of the game, if not the literal intellectual property. So,
yeah, apparently I'm already going to be for that.
okay,
So we'll see about that. But I will definitely be trying it out as soon as Duelist. But I'm for now I'm grasping at the last little bit we have left. So
mhm.
Yeah. Hold on while we still can.
I think that's
yeah.
a sentiment chat can echo. But guys, thank you so much for watching. Playing this game and streaming for you guys over the literal years it's been has been an absolute pleasure for me, and I'm sure everybody here with me tonight. So, from the bottom of my heart, thank you, and I'm really sad to see this go. So, with that, let's play it out one more time. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, everyone. Love you all.